What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ben. Welcome back to BH Aquatics. I am glad you guys are here. For those of you that don't know, every Columbus Day weekend my family and I have like a family reunion up in the White Mountains. So yeah, sorry for missing last week's video. Just didn't have time. Life intervenes sometimes. Anyways, today we're going to be taking apart my summer tubs. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, Ben, it's in the middle of October and you live in the Northeast and you still haven't taken out those damn fish. Sorry guys, I kind of dropped the ball. Or no, sorry, I did drop the ball. More or less, we basically have been having like 70 to 75 degree weather days up until like a week ago, and so I've left them outside because the water has been perfectly warm for up until now. Basically, we've had 3 or 4 hard frosts in the past week, so I guess it was time to take out the fish. Seeing as how I took them out a little bit late though, I don't know. As I said, when I set them up, I don't have any filters or anything running in them, so it's completely experimental. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know how they look because I'm not really out there often. I know that there's plants back there, and I've seen from my window, my bedroom window outside looking out back, that the plants do look like they're pretty green and healthy, but we'll see. We'll take a look. Anywho, if you guys enjoy my videos and you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get outside. Alrighty, so we're right now outside in the back. Basically, as I was mentioning earlier, since it's getting colder, I didn't really take this stuff out in time. It's not really the cold that was such a big problem. In fact, if you feel the water, it's not that cold. It's only like 60-65 degrees, which for guppies would be kind of low, but since I got these specific the black leertail mollies that I got to put in here are specifically bred in fresh water that is at a colder level. They really should survive. They should be okay. Now, the issue that we do have is, since it is colder out here, it's not the ice that was a problem because there is no ice. But as you can see, the water's really high. As I said earlier, I didn't come out here that often to check on it. That's why I kind of forgot about them. So it's not really the ice that's a problem, like I said, but it's that the water's so high that it actually looks like it overflowed a little bit. So I don't know, knowing the fish, knowing mollies who like to come to the top of the water, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them came out, like flopped out onto the ground during some big rainstorms we've had in the past few weeks. So, anywho, we're obviously still going to check because you never do know. There could be some fish under there, but the plants are doing well, so we're going to bring them inside. They got a little bit of browning on them, but my mom, her classroom fish tank, it's a 55-gallon. I drained like half the water out of it on Friday, so that I could actually bring these fish, these plants into her classroom, put them in the fish tank, and hopefully her fish will use it as breeding grounds during the winter until next summer. I'm not actually sure if these plants are going to survive in there, seeing as how they are kind of like frostbitten, since we have had a hard frost this year so far. I'm not really sure, but some of them are pretty green, so I do have faith that they will survive. But then again, if they don't, that's okay too. They weren't that expensive, and they did grow quite a bit. So, alrighty. So as you can see, I pulled out the plants here, and I mean, we started off with 3 plants. Now we have like 5 or 6, since each plant kind of branched off into another one. But the root systems, I mean, look at these. I'm zoomed in as far as I can go, but compared to my hand, if I really put my hand up close, it's like double, maybe even triple the size of my hand, the width and the length, which is crazy. The root system went crazy on these. There is some algae, but my mom, her tank has lighting, but the lighting is not as direct, so I'm pretty sure the algae will be killed off anyways, just because algae grows the best in most direct, most powerful sunlight. Since she's not having that, problem. She only has like an LED light that goes over the top. I'm pretty sure that will not promote any algaic growth. I don't know if algaic is a word, but we're just going to go along with that. But the root systems otherwise still look incredibly healthy. Obviously, I'm going to go and take these brown leaves and I'm going to clip them off because we never know. We don't want the brown leaves. What they do is they like suck up energy and like the plant's energy, and it kind of wastes yeah, science stuff that I don't really know. My mom, she's a biology teacher, so she'd know all that stuff. Not really my place. I just mostly do the fish, plants. That's why she's taking these plants for her tank. But just looking at the root system, I know for a fact that there's going to be some great breeding grounds in that tank once we put these plants in. So yeah, let's bring these guys inside so that they don't stay out here. We're gonna empty out the bucket over here right now. Not sure how I'm gonna go about this because I do only have boat shoes on and joggers, so I don't want to get myself wet, nor do I want to accidentally drop my phone into the water. So I'm gonna try and tip the. Stand by, I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so I just emptied out the bucket. Everything is all set. That curb thing, all those shingles there, that I had to really try hard to use some leverage to flip over that bucket. 30 gallons of water, not exactly as light as you would think it would be. Anywho, here's the plants. I already deadheaded everything. As you can see, they're pretty much as green as they're gonna get. Yeah, I took all the brown stuff off. There's actually like 4 separate plants. One of them just looked like it was getting bigger. This one, for instance, I thought it was 5. It actually does look like it's 2 different plants, but maybe I'm just seeing things. Yeah, there's only a little bit of algae on them. Nothing that's really going to get in the way of their growth in my mom's tank. So let's bring them inside, and I'll show you what else we got going on down there, because I do actually already have the new fish that we're going to try and breed in her 55. Alrighty guys, right now down in the basement, I'm just going to unplug all the filters real quick so you can actually hear me. We're going to get some running water going, just so that we can rinse out the roots of these plants before we actually put them in another tank. Since they have been outside, it's always good to rinse out the plants before you use them somewhere else. No matter what kind of plants you're growing, it's just a good practice to get into, because you never know. Yeah, you just don't want any of the outside bacteria. If there was bacteria in the tub outside, and that might be what caused the death of some of the fish in that pond, you don't want that bacteria to be transferred into the tanks that you're transferring your plants inside to, because that can be very bad for your fish. Real quick guys, I just wanted to show you this tank here. It just has all the plants in it that I took from outside. It also has my mom's new fish that are going into her aquarium that we're going to try and get breeding with these plants. So they get to get used to the plants before they actually go on the big 55. And yeah, it looks pretty good. You can actually see, maybe you can see in there one of them. Yeah, you can see one of them back there. It's a colony of imported rosy barbs. So we're gonna try that. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. So anywho, before I end this video, I just want to mention something. You guys may have noticed that we only took a look at one of the 2 summer tubs. The reason behind that is, or let me get out of this light, is because one of them, when I went over to it, it wasn't really doing well all summer, but I wanted to like let it go because one of the males was doing really, really well and one of the females was doing really, really well. So of course I took dead fish out of it as it went, but the ones that were thriving in there stayed in there, and I simply just left them in there for too long. With the hard frosts, they unfortunately died, and I took that tub down just by dumping the water out since there was no plants in that one. And that's how we got to the one tub that we emptied in this video. Anywho, wrapping this up, I always like to end my videos with the 55 behind me because, of course, we got this monster grow out tank here, which we are going to be doing something with in the next 3 or 4 videos. So I will reiterate what I said in the beginning. If you guys liked this video as much as I enjoyed making it, make sure you like this video. Subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. and I will see you guys next Sunday.